Have you ever felt that the harder you chase your dreams, the further they seem to slip away? I've been there too. After years of trying to control every outcome, I began to wonder if there was an easier, more fulfilling way to achieve my goals. This led me to the art of effortless manifestation, inspired by ancient Stoic wisdom and modern principles of alignment and energy. The Stoics believed that letting go of attachment and trusting life's natural flow opens us to unexpected blessings. I realized that manifestation isn't about forcing our desires, but aligning with them and creating space for them to unfold naturally. In this guide, I'll share the transformative practices of setting intentions, choosing joy, and taking inspired action, all ways to attract what we want without struggle. If you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, let's dive into the art of effortless manifestation and discover how what's meant for us will find us naturally. 1. Understand your desires deeply. When I think about my desires, I often ask myself where they come from. Are they truly mine, or are they influenced by what I've seen, read, or been told by others? In the past, I've wanted things that in hindsight weren't aligned with who I am. I wanted a particular job or lifestyle because it looked appealing from the outside, or I thought it would give me status or approval. But the pursuit of those desires often left me feeling empty because they didn't resonate with my true values or bring me lasting happiness. I've learned that understanding my desires deeply means taking the time to reflect on what truly matters to me, not just in a fleeting way, but on a deeper, more meaningful level. Instead of jumping on every opportunity that looks enticing, I now try to sit with my desires. I ask myself questions like, why do I want this? And what will this bring to my life? If I'm honest, sometimes I realize that certain desires come from a place of insecurity or comparison. For example, I may want something because I've seen someone else achieve it, and I feel a subtle urge to prove myself. But the most fulfilling desires, I've found, are those that arise from within, the ones that resonate with my core values, goals, and who I want to become. For instance, I desire meaningful relationships, personal growth, and a life filled with purpose. These desires aren't based on society's standards. They come from a place of inner alignment. They don't fade or feel hollow once achieved because they're rooted in what truly brings me joy and fulfillment. This process of understanding my desires has also helped me to let go of things that aren't aligned with me. When I dig deep, I recognize that some desires are mere distractions, things that seem exciting but aren't aligned with my life's purpose. For instance, I used to think I wanted to live a fast-paced, high-profile lifestyle, but now I see that what I really want is peace, connection, and the freedom to create. A big part of this journey is practicing discernment and staying true to myself, even when others may not understand. Sometimes it's challenging to say no to desires that don't serve me, especially when they're encouraged by people around me. But I remind myself that authenticity is key. By choosing desires that align with my values, I create a life that feels authentic and deeply fulfilling. Ultimately, understanding my desires is about self-awareness and listening to my inner voice. It's about knowing myself well enough to recognize what will bring me joy and growth, rather than chasing after every shiny object that catches my eye. This approach has brought a sense of calm and clarity to my life. I feel more grounded and confident in the path I'm on because I'm pursuing what genuinely matters to me. In a world full of distractions and external pressures, I've found that grounding myself in my true desires is a powerful way to create a life of purpose and satisfaction. 2. Cultivate inner peace and trust the divine flow. There was a time in my life when I thought I had to control everything to make my dreams come true. I held tightly to every outcome, planned every step meticulously, and worried constantly about things going according to my expectations. But over time, I realized that this approach drained me emotionally and physically. It created so much unnecessary stress, and ironically, it didn't even help me achieve what I wanted. Instead, it made me feel trapped in a cycle of anxiety and burnout. Learning to cultivate inner peace and trust the flow of life has been a transformative experience for me. At first, it was difficult to let go of my need for control. I was afraid that if I relaxed, things would fall apart. But as I started practicing acceptance, I noticed a shift. Instead of forcing things to happen, I began to allow life to unfold naturally. I'd put in my best effort, but then I'd step back and let go of any attachment to the outcome. It was like lifting a huge weight off my shoulders. Trusting the divine flow doesn't mean I've stopped setting goals or working hard. It means I've stopped obsessing over every detail and outcome. I realized that my job is to take inspired action while the universe handles the rest. There's a certain magic in surrendering. It opens me up to possibilities I might not have considered and creates space for unexpected opportunities to come my way. It's like being in sync with a current rather than trying to swim against it. One practice that's helped me stay aligned with this mindset is mindfulness. When I feel myself getting anxious or overly focused on an outcome, I pause, breathe, and bring my attention back to the present moment. I remind myself that I can't control everything and that things often happen in their own time. Sometimes, letting go feels like a leap of faith, but I've found that life often has a way of surprising me in the best ways when I trust it. This approach has also taught me to be more resilient. When things don't go my way, instead of getting frustrated, I try to view it as a redirection. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and that even challenges or delays are guiding me towards something better. By trusting the process, I'm able to maintain my peace of mind, no matter the outcome. Today, I focus more on aligning my actions with my values and less on controlling every result. I've come to understand that peace comes from within, and it's something I can cultivate regardless of what's happening around me. This doesn't mean I don't still face challenges or uncertainties, but I'm able to navigate them with a sense of calm and trust that I never had before. When I release my grip on how things should happen, I'm free to experience life's flow in a more harmonious, joyful way. Trusting the divine flow has given me the peace I was searching for all along. 3. Practice gratitude for the present. Gratitude has become one of the most grounding and uplifting practices in my life. There was a time when I focused too much on what I didn't have, constantly comparing myself to others or feeling dissatisfied with my progress. I used to think that I'd only be happy once I reached a certain goal, had a specific job, or lived a certain lifestyle. But the more I chased after these things, the more they seemed out of reach, and the more frustrated I felt. Then I started practicing gratitude. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful shifts I've made. I began by taking a few minutes every day to list 3 things I was grateful for, no matter how small. At first, it felt like just another task, but over time, it transformed my outlook on life. I started to notice the little things that made my days brighter: a friendly conversation, a warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset. These small moments were always there, but I had been too focused on what I lacked to see them. Practicing gratitude taught me to focus on the abundance in my life rather than what I thought was missing. It shifted my perspective from a mindset of scarcity to one of appreciation. Suddenly I felt more content, not because my life circumstances had drastically changed, but because I had changed the way I looked at them. The more grateful I felt, the more positive experiences I attracted. It's as if gratitude opened a door to more abundance and joy. Gratitude also helped me become more resilient. When I face challenges, I remind myself of the things I'm grateful for, and it gives me strength. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by what's going wrong, I ground myself in what's going right. This practice has brought a sense of peace and fulfillment into my life that I never found through achievements alone. I've realized that gratitude is a powerful tool for manifesting my desires. By appreciating what I already have, I create a positive, high-vibrational energy that attracts more of the things I want. It's like telling the universe, I'm ready for more of this goodness. And often, that's exactly what happens. Gratitude isn't about denying my ambitions or giving up on my goals. It's about enjoying the journey, celebrating my progress, and recognizing that I already have so much to be thankful for. When I focus on the present moment with gratitude, I feel truly abundant, and that abundance becomes a magnet for even more blessings in my life. Gratitude has shown me that happiness isn't in some far-off destination. It's here, right now, in the life I'm living. 4. Embrace challenges as opportunities. For a long time, I dreaded challenges. When something went wrong, I'd feel frustrated, defeated, and sometimes even angry. I saw obstacles as roadblocks, things that were holding me back from what I wanted. But over time, I realized that challenges aren't there to stop me. They're there to teach me, to push me forward, and to make me stronger. The Stoic mindset of seeing obstacles as opportunities has helped me transform my approach to difficulties. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, I try to view them as stepping stones. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea changed everything for me. It made me realize that every obstacle, every challenge, is actually an opportunity in disguise. When I face a challenge now, I ask myself, what can I learn from this? Instead of feeling like a victim of my circumstances, I try to take an empowered approach. Maybe the setback is teaching me patience, resilience, or problem-solving skills. Maybe it's helping me grow in ways I wouldn't have otherwise. This perspective shift has turned many of my toughest moments into valuable life lessons. Embracing challenges has also helped me to trust the process. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that can be incredibly frustrating. But I've learned that these detours are often guiding me towards something better. Looking back, some of the biggest challenges I faced led me to the most meaningful experiences or opportunities. They helped me become a stronger, wiser version of myself. Now, when I encounter obstacles, I try to welcome them with curiosity instead of resistance. I remind myself that challenges are a natural part of life and that they often contain the seeds of growth. This doesn't mean I don't still feel frustrated or discouraged at times, but I'm quicker to bounce back because I know that each challenge has something valuable to offer. Embracing challenges as opportunities has given me a deeper sense of resilience and gratitude for the journey. 5. Set clear intentions and focus on feeling fulfilled. Now, setting clear intentions has been a game changer in my life. In the past, I had vague ideas of what I wanted: happiness, success, fulfillment, but I didn't take the time to define what those things truly meant to me. Without clarity, I often felt directionless, unsure of what I was working toward or how to get there. I'd set goals, but they felt distant and abstract, which made it hard to stay motivated. Then, I began to work on setting specific intentions. Instead of aiming for broad goals like success or happiness, I started defining what those meant on a personal level. I asked myself questions like, what does a successful day look like? Or, what does happiness feel like for me? These questions helped me to set clear intentions that are deeply aligned with my values and aspirations. Once I have a clear intention, I focus on embodying the feeling of fulfillment now, rather than waiting until I reach a particular milestone. For instance, if I want to feel accomplished, I don't have to wait for some big achievement. I find ways to feel that sense of accomplishment each day, whether it's by completing a small task or helping someone in need. By aligning with the feeling of fulfillment in the present, I find that I'm more content and grounded, regardless of external circumstances. This approach has also made my goals feel more attainable. Instead of chasing happiness in the future, I look for ways to experience it in small, everyday moments. It might be as simple as taking a walk in nature, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on my achievements, however minor they may seem. By focusing on the feeling of fulfillment now, I don't just wait for my dreams to come true. I live as if they already have. This has created a sense of joy and gratitude in my life that I never found when I was constantly pushing for more. Living in alignment with my intentions has also attracted new opportunities into my life. I've noticed that when I'm clear about what I want and focus on feeling fulfilled, things start to flow more naturally. I don't have to force or chase after things. They come to me because I'm already aligned with them. By setting clear intentions and cultivating fulfillment in the present, I've found a way to create a life that's rich, joyful, and deeply aligned with my true self. 6. Build a vision board to strengthen intentions. Creating a vision board has been one of the most powerful and enjoyable tools in my journey toward manifesting my desires. When I first heard about vision boards, I was skeptical. Could a simple collage of images and quotes really have an impact on my life? But I decided to give it a try, and what I discovered was that a vision board is far more than just a collection of pretty pictures. It's a powerful visual reminder of my goals and dreams, something that keeps me focused and inspired every day. To make my vision board, I start by gathering images, words, and quotes that resonate with my aspirations. I choose visuals that represent my goals, whether it's for personal growth, relationships, career, or health. Each image I select has a deep meaning, something that instantly connects me to the feeling or state I want to manifest. I like to include quotes from people who inspire me, words of encouragement, and images that evoke a sense of joy and purpose. What I love most about my vision board is that it becomes a daily reminder of where I'm headed. Each time I see it, I'm reminded of what I'm working toward, and it strengthens my commitment to my goals. The board isn't just about the end results, it's a celebration of the journey. It encourages me to take consistent, inspired action every day because I can see my dreams vividly laid out in front of me. I find that this regular visualization helps me stay aligned with my intentions and keeps me motivated, even on tough days. The vision board also serves as a tool for reflection. Every few months, I revisit my board to see what I've manifested, what no longer resonates, and what new goals I want to add. It's a living, evolving representation of my journey. Some images might get replaced as my priorities shift, and new goals are added as I grow and evolve. Seeing my progress reflected on the board is incredibly fulfilling, as it reminds me of how far I've come and how capable I am of achieving my dreams. The act of creating a vision board is empowering. It's like setting a clear signal to the universe about what I want to attract, and it's a fun and creative way to connect with my dreams on a deeper level. Over time, I've noticed that many things from my board start to materialize in my life, often in ways I couldn't have planned. The vision board has become a tool, not just for visualizing my future, but for bringing it into reality through the power of intention and belief. 7. Harness imagination for creative manifestation. Harnessing my imagination has been one of the most effective ways to bring my goals to life. When I was younger, I often let my imagination run wild with possibilities, dreaming about what I could achieve. But as I got older, I became more practical and reserved, pushing my imagination to the side in favor of what seemed realistic. However, I've since come to understand that imagination isn't just for daydreams. It's a powerful tool for manifestation that allows me to create my reality from within. When I harness my imagination, I visualize myself living the life I desire. I don't just see it, I feel it. I imagine the details, the colors, the sounds, the emotions. If I'm visualizing a career goal, for example, I picture myself confidently giving a presentation or celebrating a project's success. I imagine the excitement, pride, and satisfaction that come with it. This mental rehearsal helps me feel more prepared and aligned with my goals, as if they're already within reach. One of the most surprising things I've learned is that imagination has the power to influence not just my thoughts, but also my actions. When I consistently visualize a positive outcome, I start to take steps that align with that vision, even if I'm not fully conscious of it. This mental practice boosts my confidence and makes my goals feel more attainable because I've experienced them in my mind. Imagination also helps me tap into creative solutions. When I face a challenge, I use my imagination to explore different perspectives and approaches. Instead of getting stuck on a problem, I imagine various outcomes and ask myself how I would feel if each one happened. This flexibility opens up new possibilities and often leads to insights I might not have found through logic alone. Using imagination for creative manifestation has become a regular practice. I set aside time each day to visualize my goals and let my imagination roam freely. It's like building a mental blueprint for the life I want, and it makes the journey feel exciting and filled with potential. The more I use my imagination, the more I believe in my ability to create the life I desire. I've come to understand that imagination is not just a tool for creativity. It's a bridge that connects me to my dreams, helping me manifest them with clarity and joy. 8. Practice detachment to create space for serendipity. One of the biggest shifts I've made in my life is learning to practice detachment. For a long time, I believed that the harder I held on to something, the more likely I was to achieve it. But this approach often left me feeling stressed, anxious, and frustrated when things didn't go as planned. Over time, I learned that clinging too tightly to my goals created resistance and blocked the flow of life. By practicing detachment, I've opened myself to serendipity, allowing life to surprise me in ways I never expected. Detachment doesn't mean I stop caring about my goals. It means that I stop obsessing over the how and when they will happen. I still take action, but I let go of the need to control every detail. This practice has given me a sense of freedom and peace that I didn't have before. When I detach, I'm able to enjoy the journey without constantly worrying about the outcome. What I've noticed is that detachment creates space for the unexpected. When I'm not fixated on a specific path or timeline, I'm more open to opportunities and possibilities I might have overlooked. Some of the best things in my life have come when I let go of rigid expectations. It's as if the universe steps in and presents me with blessings that I couldn't have planned for. By detaching, I invite serendipity into my life, allowing things to unfold in ways that often exceed my expectations. Practicing detachment has also taught me resilience. When things don't go as planned, I no longer feel defeated. I remind myself that every experience is part of a larger journey, and that sometimes delays or detours are simply redirections towards something better. This mindset shift has helped me face challenges with a sense of calm and curiosity, knowing that life often has a greater plan than I can see. Detachment has brought more joy into my life as well. By letting go of the need to control, I'm able to fully engage with the present moment. I can savor my experiences without constantly worrying about the future. This approach has made my journey toward my goals feel lighter, more fulfilling, and filled with delightful surprises. Practicing detachment has been a powerful way to embrace life's flow and create space for the magic of serendipity to enter. 9. Take inspired action. Taking inspired action has been one of the most impactful lessons I've learned on my journey to manifesting my desires. For so long, I believed that the only way to achieve my goals was to push myself relentlessly, working hard every day with sheer determination. While hard work is essential, I came to realize that forcing myself to take action when it didn't feel right often led to burnout and frustration. Inspired action, however, is different. It's about moving forward when I feel motivated, guided, and aligned with my goals, rather than acting out of obligation or pressure. I've learned to listen to my inner voice and trust the moments when I feel a sense of excitement, creativity, or deep purpose around a particular action. These moments are the key to inspired action. They come from a place of alignment and ease rather than resistance. The biggest change for me was learning to discern between action that feels forced and action that feels inspired. Forced action is usually rooted in fear or impatience. It comes from a place of "I have to" or "I should," which often leads to anxiety or frustration. Inspired action, on the other hand, feels natural, effortless, and aligned with my values. It's not something I feel I must do. It's something I want to do because it feels like the right next step in my journey. Inspired action has been incredibly freeing. When I follow my intuition and take action when it feels right, I often find that things fall into place with less struggle. Opportunities seem to come my way effortlessly, and solutions appear when I need them. This doesn't mean I don't face challenges. I still do. But inspired action helps me approach those challenges with confidence and a sense of purpose, knowing I'm moving in the right direction. What I've come to appreciate about inspired action is that it doesn't require me to have all the answers up front. I don't need to see the entire path laid out before me. I just need to trust that the next step will be revealed when the time is right. This trust in the process has brought a sense of peace and flow into my life that I never had before. Ultimately, inspired action is about allowing myself to be guided by a deeper wisdom and moving with intention rather than force. By aligning my actions with my intuition, I've experienced greater success, ease, and fulfillment in my journey. I now see action not as something I have to do, but as a natural extension of my desires and goals, and it's made all the difference in creating a life I truly love. 10. Connect with your purpose for lasting motivation. Finding and connecting with my purpose has been one of the most transformative steps in my life. For years I chased after success, trying to climb the ladder or achieve the next big thing. But the more I chased after external goals, the less fulfilled I felt. I realized that my true source of motivation was not found in accolades or recognition, but in the deeper sense of meaning that comes from living in alignment with my purpose. Understanding my purpose has given me a sense of direction that goes beyond momentary goals. Instead of seeking happiness through achievements, I've learned to seek it through personal alignment and fulfillment. It's not about reaching the destination. It's about living in a way that reflects my core values and beliefs every day. When I'm connected to my purpose, motivation comes naturally. I don't need to push myself to stay focused or disciplined because my purpose serves as an internal compass, guiding me with clarity and passion. Whether it's in my work, relationships, or personal growth, when I align my actions with my purpose, I feel energized, driven, and inspired. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that my purpose isn't a static destination. It evolves as I grow and learn more about myself. In the past, I thought my purpose had to be something grand or fixed. But now I understand that it's about following what excites and challenges me in the present. As I connect more deeply with my true self, my purpose continues to unfold in ways I never imagined. This connection to purpose has also helped me navigate obstacles with resilience. When I face challenges or setbacks, I remind myself of the bigger picture, the purpose behind my actions. This helps me stay focused, knowing that every step, even the difficult ones, brings me closer to fulfilling my purpose. Aligning with my purpose has given me a sense of fulfillment that I never found in external achievements. It has helped me move away from a sense of needing to prove myself and instead embrace a life of meaning, contribution, and growth. Purpose is no longer something I'm chasing. It's something I'm living every day. By living in alignment with my purpose, I've found a lasting source of motivation and satisfaction that fuels everything I do. 11. Choose joy as a tool for manifestation. Choosing joy has been an incredibly powerful tool for me in manifesting my desires. I used to think that joy was something that happened once I achieved my goals, once I got the job, the relationship, or the success I was striving for. But over time, I've learned that joy is a choice I can make every single day, regardless of what's happening in my external circumstances. By consciously choosing joy, I've been able to shift my energy and attract more of what I want into my life. It's like a magnet. When I choose joy, I increase my vibrational frequency, and that positive energy draws more abundance, happiness, and opportunities toward me. I've realized that joy isn't just a byproduct of success, it's the catalyst that creates the conditions for success to flow into my life. Choosing joy has also helped me navigate difficult situations with more grace and resilience. Life isn't always easy, and there are times when things don't go as planned. In the past, I would get bogged down by challenges, focusing on what went wrong. But now, I choose to focus on what I can appreciate, even in difficult times. By doing this, I change my perspective and my energy, which allows me to see opportunities where I once saw obstacles. This doesn't mean I ignore my feelings or pretend that everything is perfect. It means I give myself permission to find moments of joy, no matter how small, and let that joy expand throughout my day. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection, a shared laugh with a friend, or the beauty of nature, I actively seek out the things that make me feel good. Over time, I've seen how choosing joy changes the trajectory of my life. It has helped me become more creative, more open to new ideas, and more willing to take risks. I'm no longer waiting for someday to be happy. I'm creating happiness right now. And as I continue to choose joy, I've noticed that my goals and desires are manifesting with greater ease. I believe that joy is a magnetic force that attracts everything I need to create a fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the art of effortless manifestation. Remember, life doesn't have to be a struggle or constant chase. By aligning with our true desires, letting go of attachment, and trusting in life's natural flow, we create space for our dreams to unfold in the most unexpected and fulfilling ways. If this approach resonates with you, let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear your thoughts, experiences, or any insights you've had on the power of letting go. Drop a comment below, and let's support each other in living a life of purpose and peace. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use a bit of inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living with intention, joy, and wisdom. Thank you for being a part of this community. Here's to trusting the journey and letting life surprise us.